Ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnny K, and we are here for another edition of this telecast. I do videos every so often, and we are ready for another one. Now, since the last edition, what we started talking about was TNA, and how TNA can be a powerhouse like the WWE. Now, I mean, we've stopped talking about WWE 13 because, let's face it, WWE 13 is in the ground, ladies and gentlemen. The entire headquarters of THQ is in the ground. They've filed for bankruptcy. They owe Vince McMahon $45 million, and that's the end of that. I still can't believe it. But last edition, we were talking about Brock Lesnar and what it would be like if Brock Lesnar joined TNA on 24 dates. Now, this would be an excellent move. We talked about how the January 4th edition of Impact was really horrible. The way the format was on that show was disgraceful. They could have done a lot better than a 1.5. I mentioned a lot of the legends that came. One massive legend I failed to actually mention. And trust me, it's because everything was all over the place. You're bound to forget. Was Ric Flair. He actually appeared, in a couple of segments. And, no one really... I mean, I barely even fucking remember that Ric Flair was even there on that night. It was all about Hogan. It was all about a few other so-called, B-class veterans. Like the Sean Waltman, Scott Hall. Dare I say C-class. Look, it was a shit show, and TNA should have done really good then. They didn't utilise Ric Flair at all probably and let him come out, do his own little promo in his own time. It was all about Hulk Hogan, and he didn't really do much of a buzz, to be honest with you. The rest were just old school. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, they've been there before. Eric Bischoff was a bit of a surprise. Hell, I reckon Eric Bischoff had more nostalgia than half the locker room, being who he is and everything. But look, it was a horrible show, and since then, they've only been going even further downhill. And look, just recently they're trying their best to do innovative stuff, do different sort of things, but it's not working. Like, they've got Jeff Hardy as the World Heavyweight Champion, they've got Austin Aries up there with Bobby Roode and all the others, but fuck me, man. It's not working. What they're doing is not working. They need to find something that's very, very unique, very, very different, very good. And they have found it. They have found it. And that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, what they have found is a really intelligent and utterly clever concept. What I've read in the last couple of days is that TNA have now officially made 4 pay-per-views per year. Now, this is an extremely intelligent move on the company. An extremely beneficial decision. One that will really affect the ratings for the better in the time to come. It works out being 1 pay-per-view every 3 months. Instead of having one each and every single month, they're having it every 3 months, every 90 days. So now you've got 90 days of build-up for any feud. Not only that, but now each and every single live Impact can be even better. When you're meant to have a pay-per-view once a month, you pick that one Impact on the calendar and you make it like a pay-per-view. You have a title defense. You let the title change hands. It builds ratings. And that was one of the smartest things I've ever done. As soon as I heard about it, and as soon as I had to read it for myself to believe it, I was very, very pleased. 4 pay-per-views a month is honestly what TNA needs. Okay, I mean, I reckon WWE should do less than 12 a year. But WWE's on their in their own little planet. But TNA, look, 4 pay-per-views a month is perfect. Once every 3 months, it's beautiful. Now all they've got to do is do a great format. They've got to do a great show each and every week. And that's all they've got to do now, amongst other things, of course. But the main focus should be on a perfectly written show, week in and week out. Because if they can do that, ladies and gentlemen, if they can do that, then their ratings will go up. Raw just landed back in the 3.0 universe. They were under 3 for fucking 20 weeks in a row. And now with The Rock coming back, you know, heating up for the Royal Rumble, they scored above 3. They scored, I think it was a 3.14 rating, which, whew, they're back on track, ladies and gentlemen. They're back into the 3s. Let's hope it lasts for their sake. I really couldn't give a shit about WWE. If they're really going on with all these stupid storylines, I hope they decline. I hope they decline worse. But they're in the 2.2 stage at one point when it was the New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. So they really sucked ass there, but it's understandable with the, you know, the holiday spirit. No one stays at home, you know, the festive seasons. But every other Raw was a 2.7 at most. So they finally got into the 3.0 class again, and it can only get higher for them if they know what the fuck they're doing. But TNA, oh man, they're always struggling for that 1.0. They need to do something to elevate their success, to elevate the ratings each and every week. So guys, if you have any comments, alright, your opinions on what TNA can do to fix their problem, comments below. I'd love to hear them. You know, I want TNA to succeed because I want to join TNA, you know, in the future. And you know, TNA at the moment it's kids play. You know, it's not the big leagues. As much as, you know, we all look at it as the big league or as an alternative of a big league, it's not. It's no different than an indie promotion just because they got a TV deal. It's 1.0. They've only got 1 million viewers. WWE, at least they've got 3 million. They've only got 1 million. So I know that, you know, in a massive universe, you know, 1 million or 3 million don't mean much. But I'll tell you what, man, WWE have 2 million extra viewers. And you know what? 2 million's a lot. I mean, you still get people that know WWE, and you still get people that know TNA, but you're going to have 3 million that actually follow the product and 1 million on TNA that do as well. So you want to up those numbers, okay? You don't want to just have nobody watching your show. And 1 million, and sometimes it's under, or sometimes, most of the time, they hit a 0.7, 0.8. Come on, man. 700,000 people watch it? What is this, a cartoon on the Cartoon Network? You know, so TNA have to fix their fucking shit. And I really hope that they do. I really hope that they do. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you have any idea on how they can do that, I mentioned the whole Brock Lesnar thing. If anyone else has any idea on how they can up their motherfucking game, comments below. And ladies and gentlemen, this whole WWE 13 is a shit game. You can play me online. My gamer tag is JKP Films. You know, you can add me. My friends list is full, but every now and then I can fit another person on because somebody decides to leave or deactivate. Add me, JKP Films, on Xbox Live, and we can play WWE 13. Now, it's a shit game, but whatever. It's the last game I'm ever going to buy that's, you know, published by THQ. You know, so hopefully WWE 14s with EA Sports or with any other freaking developer, I'll start buying them again. But I've stopped. WWE 13 was my final game that's published by THQ. I will not buy another fucking game. Man, as long as THQ have got their fucking grubby hands all over it. Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have no fucking clue about WWE games anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Johnny K. Follow me on Twitter @officialjohnnyk. You know, I'm gonna try and change my my name on Twitter to @JohnnyK, but some other guy has that name, and I've tried to acquire it, but unfortunately I've had no luck. They don't want to give it up. So if you guys want to tweet at Johnny K and let the person know that they should give me their name, because it's a lot better on my account than theirs, much more beneficial on mine. You know, they're no one. You know, they're just they're regular Joe. You know, and they've got Johnny K. I need Johnny K to promote everything. So you know, it's like The Rock at The Rock. You know, he's got that. You know, but if someone else from England, some 12-year-old kid had at The Rock, you'd have Dwayne Johnson getting his assistants to message him saying, "Hey, can we have your name handle at The Rock, because you know the actual Rock needs it." So that's what this is. You know, I need Johnny K, and you know this guy has it. But look, he's a really good guy, really humble guy. But look, he needs people to constantly, you know, click, constantly be at him and tell him, look, give it over to, you know, the actual Johnny K, because he needs it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Johnny K. Peace out.